Okay, Oly Position Prep 1, we have 5 different exercises here. Going to usually go around 2 times. First thing, we're going to elevate the heels, hold a plate out front. Now, the big thing with this that I want you to pay attention to is your foot position. I always tell people that I want you to exaggerate your foot position a little bit. So what that means is if you're normally squatting like this, one, I hope that you fix that. But if this is where your normal squat stance is, let's just bring them in a little bit and turn them in a little bit straighter. If you can get to the point to where you're closer to shoulder width and straight ahead, that's great. That's going to help your mobility and your position even more. So holding the plate out front, you're going to make sure that the hole of the plate is right in front of your eyes and that it stays there the whole time. And go ahead and squat down. And we're going to pause in the bottom for about 3 seconds. Notice that she is as low as she can go. It's important to get to these in ranges and you can come back up. All right, and then now we're going to add an overhead stretch up top. Like we've talked about before, make sure that the body is staying straight. Squeeze the quads, glutes, and abs if you need to so that you get a better stretch. And then bring it back forward and back down again. And again, 3 seconds in the bottom. 1, 2, 3. And then back up, stop. Now the overhead stretch, squeeze the body, stretch back and hold that just briefly, and then back down again. All right, the next exercise in this sequence is going to be for your ankle. So we're going to just go up against the wall or up against a rig here. And make sure the foot of the ankle that you're stretching is back behind so you're not running into it. So we'll scoot back just a little bit further, okay? So all she's doing is taking her knee straight forward over the toes, getting to in range, all right? And this opposite leg is very important. I want to put it just right by the heel of the foot that you're stretching and stay on the toes. So that way you get more of your load on the stretch here. We're going to do 10 reps here. Brief hold on each rep, usually a 10-second hold on the 10th rep. But you should feel something in your lower leg here unless you have really good mobility. Maybe in the shin, you should feel your shin working. You might feel a stretch in the calf or your Achilles. All right from there, we're going to take this into what I call a support squat, just using the upright to support yourself and pull into a really good position. Again, think about exaggerating your feet. We're also going to measure out from the upright with the distance of your foot. That's where she's going to put her feet, okay? And then at that exaggerated width. All right, we'll go ahead and squat down, sink down. Now, I want you to reach really low on the rig, so kind of in line with your hips so that you can pull them forward, because what we want here is to get to your in ranges and for you to be as upright as possible. So really putting some pressure here, pulling the hips forward, and also you can use your arms as a guide to direct your knees just to the, just keep them straight there. Just so notice that her knees are just sitting on the outside of the arm there, and that's going to help the stretch and help the position. Usually hold that for about 30 seconds. All right, next one. We're going to hit the hips a little bit. Just some hip windshield wipers. Now, initially, you're going to set your hands back here. Feet are shoulder width apart and straight ahead. You're going to kick one foot out a little bit, okay? Now pushing the knee towards the floor as much as you can while maintaining the hip on the ground. This is very important. We're going to do usually 5 reps like that, opening all the way back up and then back in. Now when she gets 5 reps in, she's going to go ahead and try to get her knee all the way to the ground by twisting off the floor. And that's going to be okay there. And opening all the way back up, 5 reps there. And then in with 5 more with keeping the hip back down once again. Just that little combination and mixture to play with the hips there a little bit. All right, very good. Last thing, we're going to get back up and do one more set of extended arm plate squats here, but this time without elevation. So notice the little progression that we've done, starting with elevation, holding in the bottom, and now we're going to put it together a little bit here. Again, holding that plate out front where the whole of the plate is straight ahead in front of the eyes, holding 3 seconds in the bottom, and then once again, that overhead stretch to finish it out. And that is that warm up.